Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick, probably made you a simp. Open up the trunk, got to work like a Tim. Ballin' in the game, you was young.
Texas is the home of the players.
So I've been getting asked a couple times now how I get my chopped and screwed voices to sound like that. I'm gonna show y'all. Let's roll. Alright, so right now we don't have any of the pitch effects on there. All I do have is auto-tune, barely working though, because I don't want it to be doing too much. So right now, watch, let's play it.
Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick, probably made you a simp. Opened up the trunk, got to work like a Tim. Ballin' in the game, you exempt.
Alright, so there's nothing on there. It sounds clean, right? There's a little bit of reverb on there. So the plugin I am going to be using is Pro Tools plugin. It's just the pitch. So this is where it gets a little tricky. You got to kind of know what key the track is in, the beat is in. I'm going to put auto key on here, so it's going to tell us what key this track is.
Not the gym, watch your man hop up on a beat, snap it to like Slim Jim, cut it like trim. GTK get shot like film, bitch I am him, creative player, you a sim.
Alright, so it's E flat minor, right? So we could either, there's a couple different ways. You want to kind of do it what sounds natural. It may be in the right key, but you also want to go with what sounds natural to your ears. So what I am going to do now, I'm going to go over to the pitch plugin that I told you guys about. And when I add it on this track, it's going to give me a latency. So if you use Pro Tools, I mean any DAW, they should have a low latency monitoring. So that's what we're going to want to do. So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add pitch, and so now I'm going to go to where I know it's at. So these are going to be way too high up here.
Not the gym.
I don't want those. Let's go back here. So I know I want it a little lower. I want it deeper, right? So I'm going to try E, like where it said.
Texas is the home of the players and pimps.
So, but we can see it, we can hear it's off, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to options, scroll down here, delay compensation, all right? Now,
Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick, probably made you a simp. Open up the trunk, got to work like a Tim.
see, so that actually doesn't sound bad right out the gate. I think it's just barely too deep. So I'm gonna go through a couple more of the pitches. Let's see.
Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick,
I already
probably
like that
made
one.
you a simp. Open up the trunk, got to work like a Tim. Ballin' in the game, you was young.
A little too deep.
Texas.
I think I liked it on F.
Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick,
Probably
probably made
made
you
you.
a simp. Open up the trunk, got to work like a Tim. Ballin'
I
in
think
the
that's it right
game.
there. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna save that. Always save. I don't know how many projects I've lost because I didn't save them. All right, so now I'm just gonna add a couple extra little effects. I'm gonna add a chorus and I'm gonna add a flanger. The flanger is just gonna add a little bit of shimmer, a little bit more movement in it. But let's check it out. So I'm gonna add the chorus first.
Texas is the home of the players and
Here we
pimps.
go.
Daddy was a trick, probably made you a simp. Open up the trunk, got to work like a Tim. Ballin' in the game, you was young. Texas is the home of
All right, so it added a little bit of something. I'm sure y'all heard that. And then now I'm just gonna add a little bit of flanger.
Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick, probably made you a simp. Open up the trunk, got to work like a Tim. Ballin' in the game, you was young. Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick, probably made you a simp. Open up.
And then bam, that's pretty much what I do. There's a couple extra steps that you do because sometimes not everything is that easy. You know, when you want that deep voice, it doesn't happen that easy. So there's a couple extra steps, and maybe I'll do another video on that when I run into that issue again, and I'll show y'all how I work through it. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Peace.
Texas is the home of the players and pimps. Daddy was a trick, probably made you a simp. Open up the trunk, got to work like a temp. Ballin' in the